All right, now listen to this. This is really important because I've been talking to you for years about convergence. You know, convergence is that intersection where certain things come together in your life. Only happens for some people. 20% of Christians ever get there, but it's where you're walking in the script that God wrote for you before you were born, where you're utilizing the gifts and talents and acquired skills you have in your life in an assignment that activates and actualizes the gifts that God gave you to accomplish what God called you to do. And I believe that many of you are so wanting to do the will of God perfectly that I wanted to take a moment for a special broadcast to talk about where the challenge is. I just came up with this realization myself here in the studio. Let me darken this in a little bit. When you're in your 30s, you're going up the mountain. You know how I love those mountain metaphors, right? I'm all about mountains. When you're in your 40s, you're finding out what you're really good at, and you start to get specific. 30s to 40s, there's experimentation ends, and you begin to develop specificity in your assignment. When you're in your 50s, you're really tracking the high-level call in your life. But my experience is that it's 60 and beyond when you're in the convergence zone. I don't know why it is. It was 30 in the Bible. It's 60 years, 55 or 60 and older. Well, some people would say 50 and older, but I would tell you that's the zone of you're coming to the top of your mountain. That's the convergence zone. Now, the reason I'm talking about this now is because of this realization. If you do a wheel on your life to take a look at the sum total of your life, what we know from like 300 studies on convergence, we know this, that the number one area that will take you out of convergence is a physical attack on your body. Imagine this. You spent your whole life getting towards convergence, the top of the mountain, and suddenly your hip goes out, your left foot goes out, you got a cardiac condition, you got brain fog. In other words, what the enemy does is when you're hitting the zone of convergence, he starts to lay on you. There's two ways, I'll tell you the two ways that get hit. Financially, your resources can get hit. In terms of your health, your physical life get hit. So what happens if your career is here and even your finances are here and you're at the top of your spiritual game and you're really happy about it and your marriage is going fine and your kids are out of the house, right? And you got the weekends off and you get your home environment's the home you wanted to buy and you're really growing, and then watch this, boom. If you end up here, where do you think that wheel's going to go? Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. It'll pull you right out of convergence into having to take care of your physical body. That's why I was looking at, every year I talk with my staff, I said, what's the most important event we could do? Because we could focus on any of these, and certainly the financial. I mean, I have a lot of business people that are drawn to my kind of work. So I like working with them. But honestly, what we end up coming to the conclusion of is we need to do the Convergence and Health and Vitality Summit so that you're operating at a physical capacity that is at the top of your game so you could deliver on the calling on your life. The energy, the clarity, the vitality, the freedom from pain. That's the reason why they say every year we need to do one Donald Trump Doral Health Summit. That's the Trump Dorals where my team likes to go. Chelsea, where's it going to be this year?
Yeah, so that's going to be lancewallnau.com/wellness, lancewallnau.com/wellness. We have all the details available there. It's going to be in Miami at the Trump Doral Hotel. It is a beautiful property. They have golf, an amazing spa. The spa is my favorite part of this place. It's fantastic. We're going to have Doc Darcy, Dr. Jordan Rubin, Dr. Simone Gold, Dr. Goodman, even people like Ed Rush, Larry Sparks, Tommy and Marianne Evans. We're going to have wonderful nights of science, signs, wonders, healing, miracle service with worship. I'm really excited about those. I'm so excited about this event. It's a great place for you to come and really get your health into alignment, learn the tools and the skills that you need in order to really focus on your health in 2026. It's going to be a great time. I'm so excited. I got a lot out of the last one, and I'm really looking forward to this one. And Lance, I'm not sure if there's anything else you want to add about the event.
Well, I mean, Dr. Chauncey Crandall, is he going to be there too again?
Oh yeah, he will be there too.
I'm just checking up. All the doctors, doctor. My, it's like every Jewish kid, grows up. Mom wants to be a doctor. We've got some Jewish doctors here too, which is good for me. All right, listen, Doc Darcy, you're not Jewish, but you're the guy that introduced me to, I think, one of the great technologies that's transformed more lives than any of the innovations that we worked on. And I'm always looking for innovative breakthroughs for people in struggling with convergence. But you got me. You were like one of the first people that got Annabelle, actually, and me involved with this level 10 matrix. And it's produced some of the most dramatic, miraculous reversals that we see constantly. I mean, I've got another list of them just coming in today. Tell me about, for my audience sake, remind them, how did you get involved at first? I have to go back to the beginning for those who don't know your story. You started with a calamitous car crash, right?
Absolutely. It was a 70-mile-an-hour accident, Lance. One of those accidents where you actually see your life passing before your eyes. You stop and you look in the back and the person behind you is not stopping. Impacts that the doctors would say, and maybe you've heard this in the audience there, a retirement level event. 3 herniations in my neck, 3 in my back, pain all the time. Now, I had a doctorate in chiropractic. As you know, God's just blessed me being around brilliant people that showed me how the body works. Electrical medicine, studied all that, acupuncture, physical therapy, all the things that you do to put that building back together again. And I was still in pain. And Lance, much like you and I meeting, when we met, our steps were ordered because God had what you mentioned, the convergence, right? Where we're coming into that time. You and I had a convergence of God's alignment. And that happened to me when I was looking for regenerative therapy. And I found what we now call level 10 matrix. Now, I had 30 years of experience as a doctor now, chiropractic, electrical medicine, then regenerative. And I've never seen the things I see now. I've never seen what I experienced myself. And now it's common for us. The numbness and tingling went away in just 2 months. My body had rebuilt the discs in my back. It was activated. It was given the message. It was told how to do it, or really reminded how to do it. And I completely avoided surgery. Now, much like you, when you find information like this, doctor means teacher. And really, if we're talking what we're bound to do, isn't it true, Lance, that when we learn something, it becomes a responsibility to get the word out? And that's why we're here, is because, yes, it changed my life. And little did I know, your timeline was perfect. You said 30 was the mountain, 40 you become specific, 50 you're really tracking, and that's what happened to me. 10 years at a time, God was preparing me and walking me up that mountain to be able to reach others and tell them there's hope for healing. And you nailed it, because we're called for a purpose. And the number one thing that thief, that enemy does, is the thing he did from the very beginning that cost us and our body to decline, and that's disease and degeneration. That's the thief that does that. So that's what we're going to look at, and I'm excited. Thank you for inviting me out to.
It's going to be great. You're one of our key speakers. You're going to be there, and I believe, I don't know if I can advertise this yet, but we're going to try to make the therapy available, because I know what happens. Last time I had you guys there, everybody wanted to go for it. And it's like, hey, man, why didn't you tell? We didn't think in advance. Everybody wanted it then. But the urgency's there once they see it.
Right.
I want to play something real quick. I want to play video cut 3. Will you, producer?
My diagnosis was actually liver failure. I had cirrhosis of the liver. I still do. Yeah, my name's Keith. I received the Matrix, I believe, I had 2 so far. So first one was about 4, 5 months ago, maybe 6, to be honest. And then I just recently had another one probably a couple months ago. Just fatigue. Uh, my skin was looking bad. My eyes were horrible. Just overall not so well at all. After the Matrix, probably within the first month, I started, actually the first couple weeks, I started feeling something physically, emotionally. I have a lot more energy. I'm going for walks and stuff now. I wasn't able to do that before. I could only walk maybe a good 5 minutes and I was exhausted. My legs were completely ready to give up. Now I can go for, uh, seems kind of crazy. I can go for like a mile plus walk if I want to now. And then about a month after into it, it was like, hey, there's something going on here.
Folks, it's level10matrix.com. I know some of you are saying, where do I go to find out more? Just go to level10matrix.com or dial 800-361-2270. And Chelsea, you set it up so they on Instagram and Facebook can do what?
Yeah, so if you're watching on Instagram or Facebook, put the word Matrix into the comments and our team will send you the link right now. And also, Lance, could I give you an update on my testimony with stem cells?
All right, this is unscheduled and go right ahead spontaneously.
Just throwing you
What
off
have got?
guard. So after the last round of Matrix that I received, I've noticed it's been about a month since my last round. I have been dealing with really cystic acne all over my like neck and chin, which is kind of sad because as a teenager, your mom's like, I promise, honey, your acne will go away someday. And then you're in your 30s and you still have acne. It's been a struggle. So I've been seeing so many healing in other areas and great things in other areas, but this was kind of like the last thing really bugging me. And I've had several people comment like, wow, your skin is looking amazing. Your hair is so much thicker. My hair is feeling thicker. I know I talk about my hair a lot on this show. But I just wanted to give you that update. Like I'm seeing like a physical healing going on in my skin, physical regeneration going on. And I just really believe it's because of this regenerative therapy giving my body the ability it needs to work on these issues that were causing the cystic acne. So I just wanted to give you that amazing testimony update that is making me
Realize,
really happy.
Doc, that as much as I'm thinking about like hip repair and shoulder and macular regeneration, more people are going to go for Matrix for the hair and the skin results because there are results people are getting that are actually beautifying, aren't they?
100%. Think about it this way. Cosmetically, your skin is your largest organ, right? So,
True.
Chelsea, I think as I look at you, you're glowing. I see it on you. No, I can see it. There's so much energy coming from you because healing and regeneration is encoded in our DNA, and it knows how to do it once it gets the information. You know, the revelation as I was coming over here, Lance, I want to say is how many of us have houses that we've lived in for a while and you're looking at remodeling? The carpet's kind of worn. I've got dogs. There's some chew marks. There's some problems. The paint could be redone. Matter of fact, it's kind of outdated and it needs to have a new look and a fresh look. And, you know, I find with people in their bodies, often it's the same because 1 Corinthians 6:19-20 talks about our body being a temple. Your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, and it is paid for with the price. So honor God and take care of your body, or the Doc Darcy version is so act like it. You know, our body is a temple. We're given one body, and we are responsible for it. And as we age, our own regenerative capacity decreases and declines. And Lance, now with Level 10 Matrix, it's the blueprint and the workers to come in and rebuild the temple. But here's what I want to be clear. If Annabelle wants to redecorate, or if you want to redo the studio here, you don't just get a new microphone and a new chair and you put it in and go, it's done.
Right.
It takes time. It takes a process. Rebuilding is a process. Chelsea, you just talked about this is your benefit that you're seeing now is that you're having these other, what people would call side effects, but really it's the furthering of the remodeling of the home. And so that's why I like to look at this. It's that simple. It's you got a home that needs to be remodeled. How bad is your house? How much work needs to be done? Bring in the workers, the level 10 matrix. Activate the power that created you to heal you. And level 10 matrix, like I said, is the blueprint. And then you bring the raw materials in. That's your diet. And you looked it up. You know what the most important diet is? It's your words. Your words are the greatest healing tool because your Bible is the greatest healing tool. If you want healing, find the scriptures that speak life to your body and take back, my brother, what the thief is stealing. Don't let him continue to steal, kill, and destroy. Mm-hmm. Remodel the house. Let's go. Chelsea, it's looking great. You got a great thing going on. And you too, as you come out maybe to the Health and Wellness Summit, or you're looking at Level 10 Matrix, and you just want to have that live younger and stronger for longer. I heard a word, Lance, sustainable longevity. How powerful would that be? You said 60 years. We're in that moment. We're at the top of the mountain. It's the convergence zone. Brother, and I know it might be longer, Genesis 6, that's just halftime. God intended us to be at the top of our game with another half of our life left. And how are you going to do that if we keep on letting the structures break down? Level 10 matrix is the thing that tells the body how to do that so you can do what you're called to do, accomplish what we were created to do.
100%. That's why I want to remind you guys, go to level10matrix.com and talk to someone. 1-800-361-2270. I got friends of mine, like in Philadelphia and different parts of the country, that say, hey, I need to get the cells here, and we try to get them everywhere in the country, but we will have them for sure available if you come to the conference. And when is the conference again, Chelsea?
Yeah, so that's going to be lancewallnau.com/wellness, lancewallnau.com/wellness. We have all the details available there. It's going to be January 15th through the 18th, 2026. At the Trump Doral in Miami, a beautiful property, beautiful spa, wonderful location, such a great location for health and wellness, honestly. And we're going to have all these great speakers there. And really, I'm just looking forward to getting in alignment with doctors who have a belief system like we do. We have a lot of Christian doctors coming to really help us understand, what are the best pathways to health? How do you think for yourself with your health, things like that. I'm so excited.
I'm going to put together the science and the word and the supernatural. One event. That's lancewallnau.com/wellness. You can sign up at lancewallnau.com/wellness and save your seat. All right, Doc, thank you for being with us. We're going to be back again tomorrow. Make sure you save your seat now for this event. And we're going to be talking some more about supernatural healing this week. We'll see you again in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Did you enjoy this latest episode? Please remember to share it with your friends, because